We're live. Hello. We're on day 3 of the storytelling challenge, and we're going to get started here in 7 minutes. So I'm waiting for people to kind of drift in. There's Ellen. Hello, Ellen. Good to see you. I am very impressed with your graphic ability. That's very cool. I'm curious how hard Gemini is to learn. It looks, I don't know, on any of the graphic things seem kind of difficult to me, even though I actually love doing graphics, but yours are very cool. I like them a lot. Oh, Dr. Angelique, good to see you. Do you know that I still have never completed my holistic horse massage training from you? And I need to get back to that because we have 4 horses and they could definitely use it. I love your materials. I love them. I just got busy doing other things like moving out of California to Arizona and all kinds of stuff, but it's just lovely to see you here. Um, and Miriam, hey, hi, good to see you too. So we're gonna get started here in 6 minutes. And here's what's gonna happen to since a, a few of you are new and you may not know what you're in for. So what we do is actually let me write this link. Okay, that is the chat link. In the chat of the video, there is a chat link on Substack, and this is where we post the stories that we're about to write. So what's going to happen is I'm going to share a photo prompt with you, and you will open up like a Google Doc or a Word doc or anything that you can type on. I'm going to start a timer for 15 minutes. And during that time, you just write a story that's relevant to the photo that you're seeing. And it can be, I mean, you can take it out there as far as you want. It can be fantasy, it can be whatever. One of the things that I pointed out earlier this week, though, that you might want to think about is consider the timeline. So you're seeing this moment in time of whatever this photo is, and you're going to write, like, think about how did the subject get in that position? What happened before you saw the photo, or what happens after? That's another way to look at it. Look for little minutia, little details that might inspire other elements of the story. If you can, kind of start in the middle of the story, of the middle of the action. That doesn't always work. I'm telling you, in 15 minutes, it will go by like that. And the point is to not be worried about perfection. Don't worry about that at all. We've taken one of the stumbling blocks out of the way. You're not looking at a total blank screen. You're looking at something that gives you direction. And so that means the blinking cursor monster will go away. Although I will warn you, as soon as the timer goes off, it's like waiting at a starting line of a race. And as soon as it goes off, you're like, oh my gosh. And your head goes kind of like, what do I write about? And that's fine. That's perfectly normal. It usually takes a couple minutes to kind of gather your thoughts and start putting things together in the story. But what you'll do is you'll write that story for 15 minutes and then you post it in the link that I have in the chat. And I'll show you. Actually, the prompt is already posted there. I'm going to show it to you while we write as well. But let me just show you the chat real quick. So, share my screen. Share my screen. How do I do that? I do it from this Substack, still baffles me. Share my screen, Substack chat. Here we go. All right. So this is where you'll actually post the story that you're going to type in it's some kind of document, a text document, a Word document, a Google Doc, or whatever works for you. And it's fun. I tell you, I get emails from people every day that tell me after this challenge, like immediately after, they are more productive and the like words flow, not like they are right now, but when you're writing, that it flows so much quicker because it's kind of like what John Carlton calls clearing your throat. Like you just kind of get all the like blah out, and then you're able to really focus on your creativity and your thoughts. Just they interlace so much better. So this is where you'll post your story. That link is in the chat. I'll post it a few times because inevitably people miss it. So let me stop the sharing for now. We have 3 minutes to go. And Diane's here. Hey, Diane. And Brian is here. Hey, Brian. I saw that you joined the Facebook group too. I don't really hold this challenge on Facebook anymore. It's funny. I really never open Facebook. I open it maybe once a week now. it's so I used to call it crack book because I was on it all the time. But it's just I don't know. It's the algorithm. I just it's just not fun. So I just don't go there anymore. I spend my time on Substack, and so that's why we're here. You don't see the link in the chat, but Diane? Oh, cool. That's great, Brian. Looking for more stuff on stories. Okay, so here is the link. So that's where we'll post the story. I have not shared the prompt, although the prompt is on the chat. So you won't be lost, I promise. Yay. Okay. Yeah, right. Facebook is worse than a car salesman. That's another thing. It's like they're constantly like showing ads and, most of the stuff is really cute, at least in my feed, it's really cute stuff, but it's like this really horrible stuff from China that it's very cheaply made. Because trust me, I bought plenty of it. And it just I don't know, I just kind of don't enjoy it, so I just don't go to Facebook as much anymore. Wow, 1 more minute. This goes by so fast. And some people come, like, for every day, and some people don't, and that's fine too. In fact, I know there's some people specifically who said they just like the exercise, but the time doesn't work for them, and that's totally fine. You can either watch the replay or you can do it on your own, which is what, Corey Ann is doing, and so I respect that. I respect, like, sticking with this like a workout rep, that's exactly what it is, and we do this once a month, the 4th week of every month, and so, if you can't, maybe your schedule will loosen up at that time. I do it because I'm done with my horse chores at this time, and so, that's it when it's convenient for me, and so, it's not always convenient for everybody, but I'm so glad you guys are here. Atomic story writing, I love it. Okay, so we're gonna get cranking here because it is straight up on the hour. I'm going to show you the prompt and the timer. Where are you? It's so many tabs open. Here we go. Boom. All right, so I'm gonna check in and make sure you guys can see this. It looks like you can, but I don't trust, any of the technology, so who knows? I'm gonna start the timer now, and you will, um, have 15 minutes to get your story out. So let's get started. I'll be here, like, popping in, but I'm also gonna be writing alongside you. So, wish me luck, and I wish you luck, and here we go. And boom, time's up. Doesn't that go fast? It's amazing. I just and I wanna tell you too that this is just like a vomit draft. It's just a first draft, and so I expect that there might be, spelling errors or that your ideas aren't completely formed or whatever. At least that's what happens for me, and so, don't beat yourself up about it. This is really just about getting into the habit of writing stories from a prompt, just off the top of your head, and what you're doing is you're training your brain to think faster, and that will start making you be more productive when it comes to your creativity and all that. So let's look and see what you guys have. I'm going to share my screen again on the chat, and I can't wait to see what you have on this one. It's a very quirky little picture, huh? All right. Oh, I got to share my screen first. I did this last time where I just read, and people are like, "Oh, that's nice." Okay. All right, so you should be seeing the chat right now. And so Diane is, let me see if I can do this. Oh, well, I tried to make it bigger. I couldn't make it bigger. Um, I can't read the whole thing, but I'll read what I can, okay? Red boots, red umbrella, red hair, and storytelling. I'm reminded of someone who's cool, who wears boots and tells the best campfire stories around. Feet, oh my God, it looks like a run. Maybe this year I'll do the Bay to Breakers run. What will I go as? A duck with red boots? How do I pull off? How do I pull this costume off? I could really use big cardboard boxes or a mirror box. I could cut and paint both sides and add some cool 3D stuff. Yellow Easter egg stuff for the beak and lots of white fringy stuff for the body. It would move as I walk slowly or wiggle much faster if I were racing along with a truck or a race car. It might be a bit scary wearing the head. I'd connect the shell below my eyes or one side with my eyes and ears, eyes and nose. So I just love the creativity of this. You're like imagining dressing up like a duck and doing this run. I thought that's all I can see, but kudos for that creativity. All right, so now let's look at Ellen's. Thank you guys for, being brave and playing this with me, 'cause it's just it's no pressure or anything, but it's super fun, and sometimes it gets a little, um, squirrely trying to think of things, so I get the angst that can come with this, so I give you much credit. All right, look at this, just look at it. 1,000 hairless apes in spandex sweating through their headbands, and who's leading the pack? Me, Howard's cousin, with the aerodynamic plumage. They thought it was a joke when I showed up at the starting line. Look at those little shoes, ain't they cute? Cute? These red booties are high-performance rubber, pal. They're the only thing keeping my webbed feet from frying like bacon on this asphalt. Do you know what it's like down here at knee level? It's a horror movie. It's a forest of pumping calves and flying sweat. One clumsy step from the guy in purple socks over there, and I'm a feather duster. Very nice. But I'm not backing down. Why? Because humans have no pacing. They sprint, they cramp, they whine about their hamstrings. Me, I am built for efficiency. Glide, waddle, pump, repeat. So yeah, cheer all you want, you lumbering giants. I'm not running for a little plastic medal or a free banana at the finish line. I'm running because nobody tells a duck he can't fly on the ground. That's wonderful. I love the feather duster comment. That's so like, yeah, yeah, very visual. And then there's my story about quackers. And I want to hear yours, so I'm moving on. And again, not because I'm embarrassed, but because I don't want to keep you guys here either. Um, all right, Brian. Howard had a huge advantage. I love how the Howard the Duck comes up. Of course, Quackers is not super different either. Um, here we go. Every few steps, the duck would launch forward into the air and land back down. He was the kind of partner a person needed when they didn't feel like running. He was my wife's pet. Having a duck around the house made for games you'd never think of on your own, games that made him part of the family. He had a seat at the table, his own spot on the couch, favorite TV shows, and a peculiar hobby of chasing the family cat around the yard on a moment's notice, which is why distance was a necessity for both. I just want to say, Brian, I really like how you like infused him into their lifestyle. Like it's such visual language. I can actually see this duck lounging around in the living room watching TV with the family. It's a very cool. It also made Howard a strong runner. That day, he made the 14-kilometer mark seem easy. That was usually the dip, the time I start pulling out gel packs and into the volunteers holding cups at the water stations. I needed that extra oomph, and his fluttering, bursting launches brought me back into competition mode. I like that too. That's excellent. All right, I will read mine too since oh, there's more. All right, relief, then competition, then relief again when my wife picked him up at the 15K mark. Howard would not win this race, but it would not be one without him. Go, Howard. Nice little summary there at the end. All right, so let's have a look at mine. Just right here. Quackers, Beth yelled, you get back here. Ever since he was a duckling, Quackers loved to run. All the other ducks in his flock shunned him. What kind of duck likes to run? Asked Snowball. I hear he's not a full-blooded duck, scoffed Snowflake. Why can't he just waddle like the rest of us? He's just different, said Snowman. But Quackers didn't give a flying feather. He ran to the duck pond. He ran to the house where Beth gave him treats. He ran down the driveway chasing cars. When he burned his yellow webbed feet on a steamy Arizona day on the black pavement, Beth said, oh, okay, that's enough. I can't stop you from running, so I'm going to at least make it safe for you. She ordered him a set of red dog boots to protect his feet. Quackers was ecstatic. Now he could run through the grass without getting stickers and cruise down the driveway with more speed. In fact, he wore out his first set of boots. Luckily, dogs have 4 paws, so there was a backup set. One evening, when Beth's husband Paul came home from his construction job, he saw Quackers streaking past the front door. I've got an idea, he said. Let's make some money with Quackers. He loves running so much. Let's enter him in the Tucson 10K race. There's prize money. On the day of the race, they drove him to the starting line. Quackers is only a duck, but somehow he knew what to do. Just run like the wind with the other racers. Now, Quackers didn't win the prize money, but he came in 334th. But he was discovered by a news crew that was enthralled with the racing duck. He was featured on their program, and suddenly he was a sensation. He got booked on Dr. Phil, Jimmy Kimmel, and Saturday Night Live. Beth and Paul have added a new racetrack on their property just for Quackers. There you go. I think that's all we have posted. If you didn't have time to finish and you still want to play, you can post in that chat still. But either way, I hope you had some fun with this, got something out of it. And we have just 2 more days of the storytelling challenge. So I hope I'll see you back here again tomorrow, same time. And you guys go have a productive, fantastic day.